Assalamu alaikum. Hope you all doing well, inshallah. My name is Fatima, and this is my story. How did I become a Muslim? So let's all start. Let's start from the beginning, from the background. So I am Muslim for 7 to 8 months now, Alhamdulillah, and let's go into the video like from the beginning. So I am born and raised Christian, and back home I never had much contact with the Muslim world, or basically I did not know one Muslim. Okay, so when I came to this country, it was when I started learning more about Islam. So all this started when I was living in a Sherry house, and I met this girl, which me and her we was like a very good friend, and we would sometimes do things together. So there was a time that she invited me to her room and was talking all this, and then after she told me like, I need to pray. So I was like, okay, yeah, okay, you need to pray, like okay. So after when but anyway, but after she said like, it's my time to pray, so you don't need to go anywhere, you can just stay in the room. So I like, yeah, we're like, okay. So I saw the way she's praying, and obviously I noticed that it's different than the way that I pray. So I didn't tell her anything. Basically I didn't ask her like why did she pray like that or anything. I just didn't ask anything, like, okay, I didn't want to be rude. So when I went back to my room, I trying to search on the Google like how basically like why the Muslims pray different than Christians. So all the things come out like why, because of Prophet Muhammad salam and all these. So yeah, and I become understand a little bit about Islam. And times go by, I never ask her about, basically I never told anything else, like, we just getting like normal stuff. She was praying next to me, and I was thinking like it's cool the way she pray and all this, but I never getting interest like to become a Muslim. So after a while, after we can say like after maybe like 1 year or something, we're still friends, but we don't live together anymore. But sometimes when I was going to her house, she was basically teaching me about Islam, and the reasons why, because there are some things, I was a Christian, but there are some things that I wasn't understand, because in that time I was going to some stuffs, personal stuffs, and I was just like so upset, and I was thinking like, no, like God don't love me, Bismillah, something like that. So I was just like, into this thing, all this. So I went to her house and I explained to her my problem and all these, and then and then like she helped me cope with my situation, and we end up talking about Quran, and then she was telling me like, Allah says that everything happens for a reason, that everything in life is a challenge, basically. So I was like a bit confused, like, what is she talking about? Like, okay, like, okay. So yeah, she was telling me like all these, like, Allah loves me and all these, so I should don't be upset, I should pray and not pray and ask Allah for guidance, like, for He guide me to the right path and to help me to all this my situation. So I was like, but we was talking, and she wasn't saying God, she was saying Allah, and I was just like, why are you saying Allah when it's God? And then she explained to me that Allah means God in Arabic. Okay, so yeah, so from there I started going to her house. She offered me to give me like Quran classes. Okay, so this was I was like, when I finished college, sometimes I was going to her house and she was teaching me about Quran and all these, and I started seeing things on the internet as well, but I never let her know my thoughts, like I wanted to become a Muslim, or I didn't want to tell no one, because I don't know, I was scared, but I don't know why, but I was kind of scared. No, I'm so weird. But yeah, so there was a time when I went back to her house again, like all this, and it was her time to pray. I don't know, something comes to my heart, and it was like, can I pray with you? It's like, and then she was like very surprised, but at the same time happy, like, of course, yes, you can. And me and her, she was like helping me like the movements, how to pray, and then say the things. It was funny because I was saying the things in my mind, and some people they say like, oh, the first time when you say the word it sounds funny, but for me at that moment it wasn't funny at all. Basically, I was in the spiritual moment, like it's me and Allah. You know what I'm saying? Like something touched my heart. I get emotional when I was praying, and I start crying at the time of praying, and you know and then she was, and then yeah, and then when we finished prayer, she said this is normal, sometimes this happens. And then she explained me some things. So yeah, and then I've been having this thought that time, like, I want to become a Muslim, but I'm scared, so what can I do? And now I was trying to find a Google, like, all my questions. Okay, I was trying to get the answer from the Google, like. So I was looking for the Google, like, I want to become a Muslim, but I don't know what to do, because I don't want for my friends judge me, because I don't know, I just feel scared, basically. So so we're gonna go back when I took my shahada. We're gonna go further, like when I took my shahada. So basically, I took my shahada in January, okay? But okay, before I took my shahada, the day, we can say like, the day, one day before. So I don't remember the day specifically when I took, but I know it was January what, 2018, this year. But like the day, I don't know, I forgot. Oh, I forgot. So, but like the day before I took my shahada, yeah, me and this girl, we end up being in the same college. So we was talking at the door and all these, and you know yeah, we was talking about our stuff. And after, she was telling me if I stopped seeing her a bit, after the accident, because when I was praying and I get emotional and I start crying, you know and then after I started seeing her, because I was thinking like, maybe me seeing her is I don't know what I was thinking. I think in my mind I was just like, if I stop seeing her, this thought about being Muslim, it will come out from my head, it will not be here anymore. So I stopped seeing her, but sometimes I do see her at college. As I said before, me and her, we end up being in the same college. Okay. So we was talking, then she was asking me like, did you still know, because she gave me a small Quran, and that I can't look for the answers whatever I want to ask. I still have the somewhere there. So yeah, and she said, do you still read the Quran? I was like, oh yeah, I still read. But I wasn't read the Quran. I was sometimes, but not always. Just like when I have those like thoughts, like I wanna like answer for something, and I go to Quran. Yeah, I was like, oh yeah, I read the Quran, but I was still watching YouTube videos, like convert videos, like how to become a Muslim, and why is all Islam mean, like you know, why is it Islam, you know, basically all this. I was still find on the internet all these. I was still, you know, so we was talking, and you know, and yeah, and then I don't know. I'm trying to remember because I know that she told me something that which make me want Israel, you know, his help on the push. Um, Basically, I forget. Like there are many things that happen, but I don't really remember what happened right now because it's not long time. But for me, my small head, it's a bit long time. So I don't know. She said something, but basically, okay, that day at night time, yeah. I was on Instagram, so like rolling down my phone. I was on my phone, rolling, and I end up seeing in this video. This was like, we can say like, yeah, the day before I took my shahada, yeah, at nighttime. This was nighttime, okay. Me and her was in the college. We was talking, then yeah, she told me something about all these, and then I went home. She went home. So when I get home, you know, I was just like I said, I was running on my Instagram, it's like watching pictures and stuff like that, and I end up watching a video, which is a boy who went to Spain. Sorry if my English is not very good, because English is not my first language. So the boy went to Spain, and you know, and he was not doing like Allahu Akbar, you know, and I don't know what happened. Like, just listen the words, like, you know, God is great, God is great. God. Even listen these words, it make me like very emotional. I will start crying, like literally crying, like I was crying a lot, and I don't know. I always feel like I don't know I cannot explain what was that moment. I cannot explain, you know. And I was thinking like, oh my God, maybe this is the video. I don't know, but it wasn't the video. It was the calling. Like Allah was calling me to Islam. Yeah, and I was so it was magic. Oh my God, okay, I'm gonna cry. Okay, it was magical for me, like very magical, and I just started crying, and then I called my friend, like, they were like, oh my God, why are you crying? What happened, Fatima? Talk to me. They were like, you know, I just watched a video of the boy, and I explained to her, and then she was just like, you know, God is great. Like, or like, what can I do if I want to become a Muslim and all these? And then she explained to me, you need to take your shahada, you know, you need to make sure that this is really what you want, you know, like, and I was like, yeah, it is what I want, because Allah just called me. He made the call, like, and yeah, and then the next day she said to me like, you can come to my house, and I would invite. She invited some people from the mosque, from her local mosque, and like sisters. So she said like, you can come to my house, and I can introduce you to some people, and they can explain to you more things that I cannot explain. And I was like okay. Remind, we was talking, but I was still crying, okay, you know. And this day, like the day that I took my shahada, yeah, I wake up, I was feeling like today is the day, you know, like you win. I was feeling, basically I feel like I win like a lottery, because obviously, like, you know, because I said, they said like everyone born Muslim, you know, like, you know, like I find my way back to Islam, basically, you know. So I was feel like I win a lottery, and I went to her house, and mashallah, there were sisters there, the old sister that was nice to me, like, you know, saying like, you explain to me about Islam again, and to asking me like, what did you understand about Islam, do you have any question that you want to ask before you took your shahada? And I was just like so nervous, like, oh, I was shaking, like, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I like, and then like, you know, and then one of the sisters, she just said like, you know, repeat the same word as me, and then I repeated, which is ashhadu anna la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna muhammadan rasulullah. So yeah, I forgot. Okay, so yeah, I repeated the same words as her, and yeah, and I became a Muslim, you know, and Alhamdulillah, I was very happy. Like, still now I am happy, you know, and I'm very, very glad that I discovered my way back to Islam, because, you know, when I wasn't Muslim, I always feel like I was a bit like, we can say like a bit lost, you know, not lost like doing bad things, but lost like in faith. Sometimes I was just like crying and think that God don't love me, you know, that, you know, for everything is happening and all this. But, you know, I realized that God love us all, you know. So if this bad thing happen is for a reason, he knows why he put this challenge in your way, you know. And, you know, alhamdulillah, that, you know, I made it, still here, you know, and inshallah more years to come, you know, forever. Forever. Yeah. Okay, so guys, basically, oh my god. Okay, so basically this is my Revert story. Inshallah you guys like, and